Hi, good morning. Now we are going to cover two other models. Now we are going to run, that means create SRC listings model, and we are going to run this model. So we'll be able to create the view in the Snowflake. Before coming to this, let me show you the project structure. If you see here, DBT project YAML, if you open it, see here earlier under models, from my side, yes, I have removed. There is example folder, example models are there. So I removed them. But here also, so here you need to remove these two lines, 35, 36. Remove them. I'll tell you why, what is the importance of this materialized, different types of materialized. I will tell you, I will explain. So once you are going to each and every folder, models, next seed, snapshots, target, tests. So we go through each and every folder. I will cover this materializations in that. Now you just by default, whatever the model that you create now, it will be created as a view in the Snowflake. Now here DBT project YAML, so you change this one, right? Just save it. And coming to this model, yes, I am going to create another model. For that, I'm going to create another file. The file is src underscore listings dot sql. Model nothing but it is a .sql file only. How I'm going to create it? src listings.sql. I'm going to write one CTE. That CTE name is like raw underscore listings. You can give any name, PC or whatever it is, but let's give the meaningful name here. The CTE name should be meaningful. Now this one, select star from Airbnb raw listings. Say for instance, instead of raw listings, I would say listings. What happens? Let's see. After this, I'm going to write the select query. Select ID. ID is there, right? For us, there is ID. It's already giving the column names. I don't need all columns actually. ID nothing but a listing ID. ID as listing ID, and the name as listing name, and I'm just writing whatever the column names that I'm taking here. So the same column names, there will be view created in the Snowflake. Now this one, and after name it is like listing URL underscore URL, because if you see the file, maybe where's the file is there in this drive, and in that I have src files. Where is src files? Source files, yeah. In the source files, this is the listings. So if you see here, see, these are the column names, like ID, name, listing URL, next room type, minimum host ID, price, created it, updated it. These are the columns I am going to have. I am writing these columns only here. Listing URL, next room type, then minimum nights, then host ID, price, then created it, created it, then updated it from raw listings. This is the raw listings. So whatever the CT in the line number one, whatever the CT that I am creating, from that only I need to fetch it. This is my model. This model I am going to run it. See, once you save it, this is saved here. Now you are going to run your model. Make sure you are in the project folder, that is DBT Learn project. We configured the project DBT init, DBT Learn we gave. After DBT init, whatever the name you give, that is the project name. So you are, make sure you are in that project, DBT Learn. Now here I am going to run my DBT. When I run DBT run, See what happens. So it is taking just a few seconds time. There is an error. See, SRC listing model. What is the problem? See here, listing does not exist. In the Airbnb DB, listings table is not there. So for that purpose, what we need to do, whenever you create the model, that means indirectly you are writing SQL query within the model. So you run this SQL query in the Snowflake, then you can, so let me run it. First, we need to run the query, make sure that our query is running. We need to keep the runnable query within the model. Now, if I run it, it's failing. What is the error? See, raw listings does not exist. Listings does not exist. Basically, this table does not. It is raw listings. You need to give raw. Now, if you run it, yes, it will work. It is working fine. Now, this runnable query you need to keep in the model, right? I am going to VS Code model. I'm going to keep this one here. So I'm saving it. Save. Again, you run the DBT. So it is running. It will take like 10 to 20 seconds. Yes. Yes. Right. So earlier, even host also there. So it ran again. That's fine. Now it ran fine. Now let's go to Snowflake and see. Earlier we have SRC hosts only. Now if you refresh it, SRC listings view is created. So this view is created. That means what? Whatever the model that you create under models folder and source folder is there, under that whatever you write here, by default it will be created as view. The model name, whatever you are giving, SRC listings, SRC hosts, whatever you are giving here, the name with the same name, a view will be created. Where? In the dev schema. So why did we mention the dev schema? So that is in the profile. So it will take the profile file from the C. If you go to C drive and here users laptop, then if you see here DBT, now see here within the profile what is there, you can see that one. See what is the schema that we gave here, target. This is dev. So that is why whatever the model that you're running, it will create the view in the Snowflake. That's how this will work. This is SRC listing. In the same way, let us create one more model, that is reviews. SRC underscore reviews dot SQL. Model nothing but, again I'm telling you, this is nothing but SQL file. Now here you are going to write the SRC reviews. In the SRC review, again let us start with CT only. With what is the CT name? Let's give the same as the table name. The table name is raw reviews. With raw reviews as, see, select the star from raw reviews, then select. Now I am going to give the ID is source reviews. What are the columns in that? Let's see that. For source files, if you go to reviews, what are all the columns we have? It is not showing right. Let me double click on this. So, see, only a few columns like listing ID, date, reviewer name, comments, sentiment. Now here I am going to write only those columns. So if you see here, first one is listing ID. Listing ID, comma. Next column is, what is the next column? Date. Right? Date as, maybe you can give, rename it as review date. Then who is the reviewer? Reviewer name, right? Is reviewer name. I can copy this one, and here I would like to here. Then after this, what is the other column? The next column is comments. Comments. Then what is the other column? Yes, it is sentiment. Let me copy that. Copy, paste it here. Now from raw reviews, so one which I have created, raw reviews, the city name. You need to make sure it is running fine without issues in the Snowflake. Now I am going to run this one. Yeah, let me run it. So it's running fine without error. Now I am going to run the model. Clear screen here, then DBT run. Once you run it, it will take like maybe 10 to 20 seconds because the file is very huge. There is some error. See reviews, there is some problem. What is the error? You see that? Reviewer name, the column name, reviewer name, compiled code at source reviews. There's a duplicate. Here it is there, here it is there. So we don't need it, right? So this actually comments. Next, sentiment is there. Sentiment. 1 second. Let me take it from here. I don't know why it is not getting copied. Sentiment. Right. I'm saving it and I'm going to rerun it. DBT run. It will take a few seconds to complete. Yes, this time there is error. What is the error? Let's see. Select. There is some issue. I'm really sorry. It is because I wrote this twice. Because of Copilot, it took right now. This time it will run. Let's see how will it go now. It came twice. Reviewer name. Let me save it and running again. We will get errors. Rectify it every time. Now it got completed successfully. Now if you go to Snowflake and refresh your database, yes, SRC reviews, it is created. Now if you run it, select star from hosts, or maybe not host, it's SRC hosts. If you run this query, yes, there is some issue. What is the problem? SRC hosts does not exist. Right, I am in the wrong schema. I need to use schema dev. Now it will fetch the data. See, the data is there. In the same way, SRC listings. So all the model, whatever the model that we ran, it created the views. I'm just testing the views whether it has data or not. Yes, it has data. Even for the reviews also, there should be data. Let me run this query. It is reviews. Yes, it is fetching data.